Let's just get right to it. We're going to start out with one of the greatest comedians of all time. And I mean this, we have comics spanning the ages, different mediums, different art forms. It'll be fantastic. We're going to open up with one of my very favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rodney Dangerfield.
Hey, DJ, let me ask you something. If I'm so great, why am I opening the show? I tell you, the limo pulled up. This is some neighborhood you got here. The limo pulled up down the street. I got out wearing a three-piece suit. By the time I got to the door, this was all that was left. Yeah, I tell you, what should I expect? Though even in my resurrection, I get no respect. Am I serious? You know, no respect at all. Story of my life, right? All I ever knew was rejection. Thank you very much. Follows this man's lead, everybody. Story of my life. All I ever knew was rejection. When I was a kid, my yo-yo, it never came back. Hey. Oh, thank you very much. Hot crowd, hot crowd. I tell you, it all started when I was a baby, when I was born. The doctor, he looked at my face, he turned me over, he looked at my ass, he pointed to my mother, he said, "Look, twins." I was an ugly kid. You understand? I was very ugly. I wanted to breastfeed. My mother told me she liked me as a friend. I was ugly. Boy, I was ugly. She fed me with a slingshot. My father, I was so ugly, my father carried around a picture of the kid that came with the wallet. I worked at a pet store when I was young. People kept asking how big I'd get. And I had acne, too. Oh, boy. I tell you, I had so bad pimples, I once fell asleep in a library. I woke up, there was a blind man reading my face. And we were poor. Believe me, we were poor. If I hadn't been born a boy, I'd have nothing to play with at all. All right. All right. You know, I never got any respect my whole life, even when I got into show business. You know, I actually retired at one point. Yeah, it's true. Let me tell you how good I was doing when I retired. I was the only one that knew I quit. Back then, I still went by my real name, Percival Sweetwater. When I got back into the game, I knew I needed to make some changes, right? You gotta make some changes. I saw an ad in the paper that said, "Improve your personality." So I went and saw the guy. He told me my personality was fine, my name was the problem. I said, how can a name be a problem? I mean, even Shakespeare said, "What's in a name?" He said, "Who?" I said, "William Shakespeare." He said, "Buddy, you gonna listen to your friends, or you gonna listen to me?" I said, "All right." He's like, "You really think changing a name can help?" He said, "Sure, I change my name every couple of weeks, it's great. And boy, do I have a deal for you. You see, I had a fella come in here. He put a deposit down on a fantastic name, a brilliant name, but he never came back. And I gotta tell you, this is a good name, but I got a great name coming in next week and I need the room. So what I'll do, buddy, this is a $1,000 name. I'll give it to you for $500. It's a great name. It's the type of name you hear and you repeat it. It's Rodney Dangerfield." I said, "Rodney Dangerfield?" He said, "See, even you just heard it. You're already repeating it." So I figured, what the hell? Give it to me. I'll take it. I'll go. And he calls in the back. He says, "Ernie, I need you to go downstairs. I need you to go down the storeroom, go into the blue box, and wrap up a Rodney Dangerfield for the gentleman here." And I said, "Wait a second. I just thought of this. What if I take it and I don't like the name? Can I bring it back?" He said, Sure. One stipulation. While you're using the name, don't give it a bad name." So I take it, I use it, I don't like it. I call him, I said, "Listen, buddy, this is Rodney Dangerfield." He says, "Who?" I say, "Rodney Dangerfield." He says, "Oh, yeah, Shakespeare's friend. What do you need?" I said, "Well, I don't like the name. I want to bring it back." He said, No. You haven't used it long enough. 2 weeks. Take the name for 2 weeks. Then if you don't like it, you bring it back, full refund." So I take the name, 2 weeks, I still didn't like it. I call the guy, I can't get a hold of him. I tried to find him, I couldn't find him. He changed his name. Hey. Oh, you love me. But I know you'll never call me in the morning. I tell you, even with my wife, I get no respect. My wife, we were happy for 20 years. Then we met. It's tough. It's tough staying married. It's a hard thing. You gotta work at it. You gotta work at this staying married. My wife, she'll kiss the dog on the lips. She won't drink out of my glass. I tell you, my wife, she was never nice. Never nice at all. On our first date, I asked if I could give her a kiss on the cheek. She bent over. My wife. One year on her birthday, I raised a toast to the best woman I ever had, and the waiter joined me. One day I'm driving home. I see a guy jogging naked through the neighborhood. I said, "Fella, what are you doing that for?" He said, "You came home early." My wife, she likes to talk to me during sex. She likes to talk to me. The other night, she called me from a motel. I tell you, this wife, one day, my wife meets me at the door wearing a sexy lingerie. The only problem was she was coming home. This is tough for me. You don't have to understand, this is a tough thing. My two favorite things in life are sex and steak, and I have them both the same, extremely rare. All right. I know I'm not a sexy guy. Look at me, I know I'm not a sexy guy. I'm not a good lover either. Oh boy, I'm not a good lover. The other night I caught a peeping Tom booing me. I'm not a sexy guy. I was the centerfold for Playgirl magazine. The staple covered everything. I tell you, I'm not a sexy guy. I know this. I'm not a sexy guy. Hell, if it wasn't for who I am, I'd never get laid at all. If it wasn't for who I am, a rapist. Oh, now you're gonna turn on me. Listen, I get no respect. No respect at all. Even my doctor gives me no respect. You know my doctor, Vinny Boom Bots. You guys know him, right? Yeah. I called my doctor one night. I say, "Doctor, I swallowed a whole bottle of sleeping pills." He told me to have a drink and get some rest. Hey, why am I still out here? Why am I still talking? There's a lot of comics to go here. This is a party. Is it not a party? All right, it's a party. It may be a party for dead folks, but it's still a party just the same. And listen, if we're all lucky, we're all going to get laid.
Rodney Dangerfield, everybody! Let's hear it for Mr. Rodney Dangerfield.